Welcome back to my channel, Offer Accepted. I'm Candice Fontas, your local real estate advisor. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of disclosures. This crucial step will save you from potentially delaying a closing or even a potential lawsuit. No one wants to go through that, so listen up. We've all heard the saying, honesty is the best policy, and how many of us actually practice that policy? We may have rolled our eyes and thought, yeah, I'm just bending the truth a little bit. Well, the stakes are small, then the repercussions are small, but now imagine hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake. Would you still take that same risk? Disclosures are all about transparency. As a home seller, you are required by law, yes, law, to tell potential buyers about any known issues that could affect the value, the safety, or the use of the property. Failing to disclose these certain information doesn't just risk a deal falling through, it can open the door to lawsuits, fines, or even the sale being reversed after the fact. Imagine selling your home and then moving across the country and then getting dragged back into court because you didn't mention a major issue. That doesn't sound fun to me. Let's start with flood zones. If your property is located in a designated flood zone, which is determined by FEMA, you must disclose that to the buyers because it could require them to purchase flood insurance, which can cost thousands of dollars annually and will affect their mortgage and their lending options. And it's not just about the proximity to a body of water. Flood zones can change over time with updated maps. So even if your home has never flooded, it could still be in a high-risk area on paper. Failing to disclose this could be seen as misrepresentation. Always check and disclose flood zones. And yes, if flood insurance is required or has been previously claimed, that's important too. Now, what about easements? These are legal rights that allow someone else to use part of your property. So maybe it's a utility company accessing underground cables or a neighbor having the right to use a shared driveway. These can affect how the property is used and valued. So buyers need to know if someone can legally access or use part of the land, even if it's just a teeny tiny strip of land. Failing to disclose easements could result in legal action, especially if a buyer finds out after closing that their dream backyard is also someone else's access point. Covenants, also known as restrictive covenants or CC&Rs, are rules that can limit how a property is used, like banning certain types of fencing, restricting home businesses, or mandating architectural styles. These are often tied to homeowners associations or HOAs, but can exist outside of them too. I come across this in New Hampshire a lot, where some communities have restrictions on tree removals because of the aesthetics, but there actually is no HOA. So if your home is part of a community with covenants, that's a disclosure item. Buyers need to know before they buy because when they sign, they're agreeing to those rules too. What happens if you don't disclose this kind of information? The short answer is you could get sued. Buyers who discover undisclosed issues after closing can sue for damages or worse, take you to court to reverse the sale. Some states allow them to come after you for the cost of the repairs, legal fees, and even emotional distress in serious cases. In many states, sellers fill out a seller's disclosure form, and lying or omitting known issues on that form is fraud. So we're talking big fines and legal headaches that are 100% avoidable if you're just upfront from the beginning. What have we learned? Say it with me. Honesty is the best policy. It's cheesy, but so true. So get a copy of your state's disclosure form, be honest, and disclose everything you know, even if it seems like a minor thing, and consult with your real estate attorney if you're unsure about any of those details. Selling your home is a big deal, and the last thing you want is to have a successful sale turn into a legal nightmare because you didn't mention a flood zone or a shared driveway or an HOA rule about paint colors. That's all for today. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more home buying and selling tips. And feel free to drop a comment if you've ever run into a wild home disclosure issue. You won't believe the stories out there.